Today we're going to look at 1- and 2-step equations, and they are word problems. The first thing we're going to do for each of these is determine what you're looking for. You're going to assign a variable to that unknown, and then you're going to set up the problem so that your left side equals your right side. All right, Jessica had 47 peaches left at her roadside fruit stand. She went to the orchard and picked more peaches to stock up the stand. There are now 80 peaches at the stand. How many did she pick? So our unknown is the number of peaches picked. And we'll call that P. And we'll set up our equation by putting the equal sign. And she has 80 peaches now. That's what she has. She had, and on the other side is 47 peaches before she went and picked some. So now on the left side of the equation, we have what she had plus what she picked, and on the right side is the total. Now you can just solve the one-step equation. So Jessica picked 33 peaches, and we add the word peaches as our label to this word problem. Alyssa found 98 seashells on the beach. She gave Sam some of her seashells. She has 15 seashells left. How many seashells did she give to Sam? So our unknown is the number of seashells she gave to Sam. So number of seashells. And we'll call it S for the number of seashells. She found 98 seashells and she has 15 left. So her total, here's our equation, her total is 98 seashells. She has 15 left. So she had 15 plus some that she gave to Sam. So this is what she has left. This is what she gave to Sam. And this was what her total was. Now we can just solve the one-step equation. So Jessica has 83 seashells left. Okay, word problem number 3. How many ink cartridges can you buy with $180 if one cartridge costs $15? So our unknown is how many cartridges can you buy, or the number of ink cartridges. And let's assign a variable, C, for it. So $180 is the budget. That's the most that you can spend. So that's your total. Each cartridge costs $15 per cartridge. So you take the number of cartridges you have times $15 for each cartridge, and that will equal the total. So this is the number of cartridges, and this is the cost per cartridge. Now we just solved the one-step equation. So the number of cartridges is 12 cartridges. Number 4, at a restaurant, Mike and his 3 friends decided to divide the bill evenly. If each person paid $13, then what was the total bill? So our unknown is the total bill. And we'll use the letter B for bill for our unknown. Now, we don't know how much the bill was, but we know it was divided by Mike and his 3 friends, which means it was divided amongst 4 people, and that each of them paid $13. So if I take my total bill and divide it by 4 people, we'll get $13. Now I can solve this one-step problem. The total bill was $52. Word problem number 5. Last week, Julia ran 30 miles more than Pranav. Julia ran 47 miles. How many miles did Pranav run? So we're looking for the number of miles that Pranav ran. And I'm going to call it the variable P so that I know I'm looking for Pranav's miles and not Julia's. And it says Julia ran 47 miles. So there is a total right there. And then in words, if I translate this, she ran 30 miles more than Pranav. So if you take whatever Pranav ran plus 30, that total should equal 47. Now let's solve the one-step equation. So Pranav ran 17 miles. Problem number 6. 331 students went on a field trip. 6 buses were filled and 7 students traveled in cars. How many students were in each bus? So we're looking for the number of students in each bus. So let's call this variable S because we're looking for the number of students. I know that there's a total of 331 students. That's my total. Now, there are 6 buses, and there were 7 students that were in cars. So I know 7 students right off the bat were in cars. And now I have to figure out how many students were in buses. So if I know I have 6 buses, I need to know how many students were on each bus. So if we take 6 times the number of students on each bus, that'll give us the total of students that went on buses. Now I can solve my two-step equation. So once I solve my two-step equation, I get the number of students per bus is 54. All right, number 7. The sum of 3 consecutive numbers is 72. What are the smallest of these numbers? So the first thing we do is identify that our variable is going to be x, and it's going to be the smallest number. Now, consecutive means in order. So 1, 2, 3 are consecutive numbers. 15, 16, 17 are consecutive numbers. So you're going to take a number plus another number, and they're going to equal 72. So we know we're going to have 72. But how do we determine what each of these is? Well, let's use our example of 1, 2, 3. If 1 was the smallest number, that would be x. And then if we put in 1 for x, we would have 1 plus 1 equal 2. And if we put in 1 for x, we would have 1 plus 2 is 3. So right here, I have the variables I need to figure out what x is. And I'm going to write them out. I'm going to write x for the first number, then x plus 1 for the second, and then x plus 2 for the third. And then I'm going to combine terms. So I'm going to combine, let's use a different color. I'm going to combine my 3x's together so that I get 3x, and I'm going to combine my 1 and my 2 together to get 3. So 3x plus 3 will equal 72, and now I'll solve my two-step equation. So the smallest consecutive number, would be 23. All right, Maria bought 7 boxes. A week later, half of all her boxes were destroyed in a fire. There are now only 22 boxes left. How many did she start with? So we're looking for the number of boxes she started with. And let's name this the variable b. So she had 22 boxes left after a fire. She bought 7 boxes. So this is what she had left. This is what she bought. We want to know, what did she start with? So she started with some number of boxes. She bought 7, so she started with some number. She bought 7, and then there was a fire which destroyed half of all her boxes. That means whatever she had got divided by 2. So this one I'll work through with you. I'm going to solve this by multiplying both sides by 2. My 2's will cancel here and leave me with b plus 7 is equal to 44. Then I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So the number of boxes she had before she bought anything in the fire was 37 boxes. All right, this one I just did out for you. You bought a magazine for $5 and 4 erasers. You spent a total of $25. How much did each eraser cost? So C is the cost per eraser. You had $25 to spend, so that's the total. You spent $5 on a magazine. You had 4 erasers that were some unknown amount. And then you just solve the two-step equation, and you end up with the cost per eraser is $5. All right, problem number 10. Sumali won 40 bouncy balls playing horseshoes at her school's game night. Later, she gave 2 to each of her friends, and she only has 8 remaining. How many friends does she have? So we're looking for the number of friends. And let's call this F for our unknown. So she started out with 40 bouncy balls. That's her total. Let's look at what she did with them. She has 8 remaining. And she gave some to her friends. She gave 2 balls to each of her friends. Now we just solved the two-step equation. All right, once we solve the two-step equation, she has 16 friends.